Hey everybody, I'm the Linux Gamer, and I just played Transistor. It's an action-adventure RPG developed and published by Supergiant Games. Transistor was released for Linux October 30th, 2014. This game is from my personal collection. In Transistor, you play as Red, a singer who's famous in her city of Cloudbank. She is attacked by the Process, a group of robots operated by the Camerata. When we first start the game, we find a man's body lying on the ground with what appears to be a sword pierced through his chest. Red pulls the sword from the man's corpse. The sword is the titular Transistor. Somehow the dead man's consciousness has inhabited the sword, and it speaks to us. With the Camerata still in pursuit, and their motive seeking the mysterious Transistor, we leave the scene. As the story unfolds, we unlock cutscenes with clues into the circumstances surrounding the game's opening. I won't spoil any of it for you, since this game's story is superb. Transistor has a truly gorgeous hand-painted look. The environments are rendered in an isomorphic 3/4 top-down perspective. Red appears to be a 3D model, with most enemies seeming as sprites. Supergiant has a reputation for peerless aesthetics. Their previous game, Bastion, was truly a sight to behold, and Transistor does not disappoint. Everything here makes sense, stylishly presenting a seemingly alien world of neon hues while surreptitiously holding a mirror up to the player. The city of Cloudbank feels lived in and grimy. Computer terminals dot the urbanscape, polling the city's residents about their choice of weather. Everything here, everything, presents a world that I would like to visit. The music of Transistor is moving. Virtually any moment can be enhanced by holding down the L1 button or the left bumper, as doing so makes Red start humming. The music was written by Darren Korb, who is a talented composer. Transistor's gameplay is familiar to anyone who's played Bastion, but with enough to differentiate itself from its older brother. While playing the game, you're trying to achieve each objective. As a narrative-driven title, these objectives are naturally tied to certain story elements. Through each stage you encounter several battles. These battles have you fight waves of enemies in an enclosed area. During battle, you can press R2 or the right trigger to enter a strategic mode. This mode slows down the fight, giving you time to plan out the perfect attack. You have a limited number of actions you can take, as illustrated by the bar at the top of the screen. You can also undo any action by hitting L2 or the left trigger. Once you've queued up the most devastating attack possible, you can execute it by pressing R2 or the right trigger again. Red will hop into action, flawlessly carrying out your orders in a dizzying spectacle. Now there's one caveat here. After performing a strategic attack, you are left somewhat vulnerable until your action bar and your functions have cooled down. Red possesses a sentient sword called Transistor. This sword can perform multiple attacks and can be upgraded in a seemingly infinite number of ways. As you play through the game, you acquire a multitude of functions. Functions can be equipped as new attacks, however they can also be used to augment equipped skills, or they can be used as passive benefits. This creates a tapestry of skills, attacks, upgrades, and passive benefits that adds such depth that I find myself constantly switching out skills and upgrades and trying new combinations. Transistor's control scheme makes sense. Use the D-pad or left analog stick to move Red. Use the face buttons to launch an attack as per the HUD at the bottom of the screen. You can enter strategic mode with the right trigger, undo an action in said mode with the left trigger, and execute your attack with the second press of the right trigger. Finally, you can hum along to the music in the background by holding the left bumper, or perform a flourish with the right bumper. Transistor runs at a smooth 60 frames per second, with all settings maxed on my GTX 970 powered desktop. I played Transistor primarily with the DualShock 4. This worked as expected and the on-screen prompts matched the controller. The 360 gamepad worked similarly well. The Steam controller didn't seem to do anything, even when I changed to community-made bindings. Transistor's soundtrack is available through Steam for purchase. It's unbelievably good, and it comes with a solid recommendation. Transistor is a focused exercise in sharp, thoughtful design. The game's strategic mode adds such depth to the tried-and-true gameplay of its predecessor, but it would be an injustice to simply compare this title to Bastion. Transistor is a solid, expertly crafted game. It's fun, addicting, and quite simply outstanding. If you're a fan of Supergiant's games, titles with a singular, perfectly executed aesthetic, or RPGs with a complex and rewarding level-up system, you'll have a blast with Transistor. It's available for Linux through GOG and Steam. Links are in the description. Have you played Transistor? What do you think of it? Leave me a comment and let me know what you think, or tweet at me at the Linux Gamer. You can also support my channel over on Patreon. Feel free to check out the rest of my channel, including my previous Axiom Verge review or my interview with Ryan Sipes, co-founder of the Mycroft project. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and share it with your friends. And make sure you subscribe to see more from me, the Linux Gamer. Thanks for watching.